My name is Tanya, and this is my second career profile. For this profile, I chose mental health counselor, and the professional organization that I found on this is the American Mental Health Counselors Association. My personal career contact was Brian Meekum. As I had mentioned in my previous career profile, I am currently working at a jail. And we do have a mental health counselor that works there at the jail. He works with our jail as well as other jails in the area. He kind of rotates between them. A working environment for a mental health counselor can vary quite a bit. People have the option of going into private counseling, in which they would be self-employed, run their own business as a counselor, in which case they are responsible for providing for their own benefits, health insurance, and things like that, and obviously vacations aren't going to be paid. Besides working as privately or self-employed, there are options to work within larger group type organizations, which may provide some more benefits. There's also a lot of profession, or a lot of jobs within this profession that are employed by the state, such as mental health organizations, like I said, for the jail where I work, mental health for state-run local government, things like local health departments that may provide mental health counseling for people who are also receiving other benefits like welfare and things like that. Typical stressors, of course, are going to be working with mentally ill patients. There's a lot of unexpected that happens, and basically dealing with other people and helping them figure out how to solve their own problems, and that, of course, is going to be stressful. With mental health disorders, you're going to work with a lot of very severe disorders, bipolar, schizophrenic, personality disorders, things of that nature, as well as often suicidal people, which can be stressful as well. Again, like typical benefits, it's going to vary depending on what type of an organization you work in. Common job tasks it's a little similar to psychology or psychiatry, where you're still able to diagnose and treat mental health disorders, just nothing that would require the actual medical degree. Work with patients on developing a treatment plan. It also requires a lot of work coordinating benefits and coordinating services with other organizations, other psychiatrists, social workers, other social work type departments, health and welfare and things like that. Could also entail referring patients to other treatments if mental health counseling is not enough to meet their needs. Educational requirements, again, this does require a master's degree. In addition to that, it requires a great deal of counseling hours to be done under the supervision of another counselor before you can have your own private counseling license. The information I found is anywhere from 2,000 to 4,000 counseling hours before you are eligible to apply for a private license. In addition to that, it does require ongoing continuing education credits in order to maintain that license. So it does require not only a lot of education up front, but a lot of education pretty much for the rest of your life, or at least the rest of your working life. Salary range, according to the Bureau of Labor, on the low end was just a little over $24,000. On the high end, it was just a little over $65,000. The job outlook is good because mental health counseling tends to be cheaper per hour than psychiatry or psychology. A lot of insurance companies are promoting using mental health counselors as opposed to those other professions, and that has helped push the job growth quite a bit. Again, with the Bureau of Labor Statistics, Job Outlook is expecting a 36% growth between years of 2010 and 2020, which is well above average national growth. I guess a little bit of additional information just from working with the mental health counselor that works at my jail. One thing it does require is, especially for his position, is in addition to regular working hours, is a great deal of on-call hours. Having to respond to a client who hits a crisis moment and needs immediate assistance. It does require sometimes some odd hours and weekends and holidays and things like that. He's always called to the jail to respond for any type of suicide attempts, suicide threats, things like that.